See? They call me a doctor. For this I have to start with this kind of thing, like the doctors do, before they go to operate. Those chainsaws are thirsty. We have to feed the chainsaws first, and then we go and do some wood chips. Gonna make some noise, sawdust, wood chips, and we're gonna have a nice carving too.
This is Emil Skipala, and he's an artist. No, he doesn't use oils or watercolors. Instead, he uses a tree as his canvas and a chainsaw as his brush. That's right, he's a self-proclaimed chainsaw artist, and for 8 years now, he's been turning stumps into works of art all over southeastern Michigan.
Well, I've been doing this since '92. I've been doing before that another 10 years of hand carving, altar restoration, and building altars for churches, and restore old homes and stuff like that. And in '92 I started doing that, seeing another friend of mine, actually wasn't a friend at the time, was just another older person who was doing this maybe 25 years before we met. And we bumped in each other, and he needed help. And of course I knew a lot about art, so we got together, we became partners, and we've been working since '92 together until last year. And he retired, he went to Death Valley, California. And I have to stick with sawdust and all the noise.
Now you may ask, what is a chainsaw artist doing in Farmington? Well, recently the city discovered that 2 trees had died near the Kids World Playscape in Shiawassee Park. Instead of just cutting them down, they decided to save one and turn it into something special.
Well, first I'm making a sawdust and a whole bunch of wood chips, and on the end it's going to be a beautiful sculpture. We try to create things which they live around the park. People always ask, especially in the parks, they don't like the tree to be cut down alive. A lot of people, they don't like the dead trees, but there's a lot of danger with the dead trees, falling branches and a lot of other stuff. Yes, I explained to everybody who asked the tree was dead, and a lot of people have good memories with those trees. They watch them grow up, and that's a very nice idea. Turn it into a piece of art, and a lot of people are going to enjoy it, especially in a park where they're going to walk and bring their kids every day.
In his sculpting, Emil relies heavily on his assortment of chainsaws, but sometimes a job calls for something a little smaller and quieter.
Very important tool. Well, this is one of the very important tools also. After I get to the right shape, I mark my design on a tree, and if I don't like it, I take a chainsaw, erase it, and mark it again, and then I kind of go with the chainsaw after the pencil mark or marker. So you need that. I need that.
Over the course of a week, Emil transformed a dead tree trunk into a unique addition to Shiawassee Park.
Well, in the top, with the wings up, we have a huge eagle sitting on the rocks, and then underneath it's a fish jumping like from between the rocks or from the water. Rocks and water, they're together all the time. And then we have a big owl sitting on the other rock from different branch, and we have in the front a squirrel sitting on a rock also, and on the back there we have a raccoon peeking out of from behind the rocks, like he's hiding. You can see only the top part from the raccoon body.
Emil has created many different chainsaw sculptures all over the area. How does he feel about his latest creation?
Yes, I think it came out very nice. Looks like a lot of people already enjoy it. They like it very much. I got a lot of compliments on it, and I think came out very nice. especially the branches, the way they came out. I use them for different objects to stand out the right position. The trees, the wood requires maintenance, and I recommend to be sprayed at least once a year with wood preservative. Doesn't matter what kind you use, but just like you put on a wooden deck in the back of your house, a lot of people have and they know requires a lot of maintenance. Same thing with the tree. After it dries out, it's going to have few cracks, and I recommend to be sprayed once a year to spread in the cracks, and that's going to prevent from the water to get in, and it's going to prevent from the rotting and from the sun, cold weather, stuff like that. I would expect to get about 30 to 35 years, maybe more, if they are sprayed at least once a year.
Though Emil makes it look so easy, he says there were a few rough spots.
Well, the most complicated was when I hit the nail inside the tree. I did find a nail behind the raccoon. It's probably like 4 or 5 inches inside the wood. I hit a nail, big nail, which damaged my saws. Pretty much that was most complicated things, which I don't expect many times, but that happens.
So Emil has finished another chainsaw sculpture, but this one will forever be a little different. As he was finishing up and looking forward to his birthday party, he received some bad news. His mentor, Kenneth Boschel, had died the night before.
Yeah, a lot of people know Kenneth Boschel as a chainsaw man. I got a title from him as a chainsaw man, and he started this kind of work probably about 30 years ago, and he gave the idea to the people what to do with the dead old tree. And he was the first one around. A lot of people knew him as a chainsaw man, and the guy with the green van or green truck, and he was funny, and he told me how to use chainsaws. So he's the one who got me hooked with this kind of work, and I want to thank him. He was more just a friend. He was like a father to me. I don't have a father here. I came in this country in '91, and I don't have anybody here, so we became good friends. We were partners for past 8 years, and I found out yesterday he just passed away, age of 62. So he's gone, and I guess I have to keep going now. Nothing we can do, that's life.
You may be asking yourself, what happened to the other tree that died near the Kids World Playscape? Well, Emil carved it into an eagle, and it now rests in front of the Travis restaurant in Roseville. If you're in the area, check it out. And if you're interested in getting your own wood carving done, check out Emil's website at www.treecarvings.com. And until next time, I'll see you around Farmington.